Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Heidi and today we're going to be unboxing my quarterly Scentsy club. So I have two clubs, two quarterly Scentsy clubs, and this one is the larger of the two. The other one's about half its size. So I got some scent descriptions for some of the bars, not all, but I just kind of wanted to go through some of the descriptions with you to see if I agree with the way that Scentsy describes things. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. And I also have my half price item. Also, I've got the Epcot collection in here that I am so excited to smell and is currently available. And I think that's it. So if you like this kind of video, give it a like. And if you'd like to join me on this scent journey and chit chat about all things that smell good, please subscribe. And we'll get started here. Just let me get my tea, because I am really struggling with my allergies today. Hopefully it won't be too distracting. And we'll go ahead and get started. Right here on top of the box, I went ahead and opened it all ahead of time so I wouldn't have to be crinkling all the papers and everything. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and pull right off the top. I'm gonna try really hard not to say how much I love every single one of these, because obviously I love them enough to put them in a club to come quarterly to me. So, Pink Sunshine. Here we go. Here we go with the clearing of the throat. This is gonna be a struggle. Okay, Pink Sunshine is from the Valentine's collection. I love this one. See, I already said I love this one, and I'm not supposed to be saying that because obviously I love them all. Okay, we're just gonna go ahead. We're off to a great start, aren't we? Pink Sunshine, we're just going to go ahead and say what the description is. Lush pear, cashmere, rose milk. Yeah, I don't know that I agree with that description, but I will say this scent reminds me of an old school Scentsy bar called Red Candy Apple. It's not a dupe for it, but it's so close. And I used to love that bar. That was way before Scentsy Club was a thing, and maybe it's come back and bring back my bars. I've sometimes not been one to check those things out throughout the years. I'll take like a break, I don't know what you call that, with not necessarily a no-buy, because I'll just take breaks where I won't really check out what's going on, and I'll just try to use up what I have, and then I'll hop back on the train and I'll just be like, oh, I gotta get everything, because I've been missing out for so long. So Red Candy Apple may have come back and to bring back my bar since it was first available, but I'm thinking like way back in, you know, 2000, I don't know, 11, 12, you know, something like that. Maybe even like 2010 it was available. And this Pink Sunshine reminds me so much of it. So I know it doesn't say apple, but I get apple, and I'm gonna probably save that one for the fall. Summer Rain. How cute is this label? I love this label. That's not why I put it in my club, but I do think the label is really cute. Summer Rain is very good. Fresh, summer, slightly aquatic smelling, but let me see. I think I did put the description on for Summer Rain as well. It's a really good performer. If you like Thunderstorm, those kinds of scents, I do think you would like Summer Rain, but it's like a lighter version of those. Those ones can be too strong for me. Summer Rain just hits right in the middle for me, where it's not too light. So it's a good performer and you can smell it, but it's not headache inducing or like, whoo, like you walk in the room, it's like bam in your face. This one says it has cyclamen, botanicals, and black lava salt. So yeah, I mean, it definitely has a botanical lean to it. It doesn't come across soapy to me, which I'm so glad for. And yeah, Summer Rain's a good one for the spring and the summer. I would say it probably could work in an open concept. I primarily do it in my living room, bathrooms, and bedrooms, but not really the kitchen. And the only room I have in my home that has a high ceiling is this room, is the living room, and it does fairly well in here. I have 2 element warmers, and I put usually like 3 to 4 cubes, and I'd say that's perfect. So, all right, next up, Maraschino Sugar Cookie. This was part of the holiday 5-brick release. I am keeping it safe in my club with the hopes that it will come back next fall and winter. This one is the kind of cherry that I do like, sweet, but also tart. And the sugar cookie added to it is just, mwah, love that. Love that, because I really do like their sugar cookie smell as a mixer, but also on its own, it's really good. And they added that scent to the maraschino cherry. So this one is great. And let's hope that it comes back in the fall and the winter. I think it was wildly popular. So Blonde Wood and let's try that again. Blonde Wood and Moonflower. We talked about this one yesterday. I also put down the description here. I mean, I should say I looked them up. I looked some up and then got them here on the iPad. So Blonde Wood and Moonflower says amber, wood, moonflower, rose, lilies. I don't really get those things. I get wood and I get amber, but I honestly smell pear in this, and there's something about it that reminds me of cashmere pear. Anyway, that's Blonde Wood and Moonflower. Gorgeous, gorgeous scent. Starburst Sky. This one was from the Valentine's collection. I'm sure everybody already knows this, but it is a dupe for Baccarat Rouge 540. Also, there are some other dupes out there for this if you like that scent and don't want to spend all that money on a perfume. Burberry Her smells very similar to Baccarat Rouge. In the Stars by Bath & Body Works smells very similar to Baccarat Rouge. And Fall in Bloom from Bath & Body Works also smells very much like Baccarat Rouge 540. I believe Cloud by Ariana Grande does also smell like Baccarat Rouge and is a dupe for it. I've smelled it. I've tested it out. I don't have a bottle, but I would agree with that. So yeah, Starburst Sky, very pretty, and it definitely performs well. I would say for a light perfumey scent, it does well in my home. So Sunshine and Tan Lines. This was such a fun collection last summer. I think I clubbed like 3 of these. This one leans very foodie to my nose. There's banana in it and coconut. Let's see if I put this one in here today. Yeah, I did. Sunshine Tan Lines. They say it's orange flower, banana, and coconut. Yeah, I would say for sure. And I have heard some people say this reminds them of like a suntan oil, not necessarily sunscreen, but like, you know, more of a banana boat, coconutty, you know, kind of thing. I don't know that I would say that. I mean, yeah, kind of, but it's not. It's definitely not to my nose. This is more foodie, and it will be a kitchen melt for me this summer. Very good one. Love that they have banana in that, because Scentsy just doesn't have a lot of banana in scents, and I think their banana is actually pretty good. Marvel 9 Realms. This is the one that just recently retired. It's a red wax, so it gets very sweaty. It's a very messy bar, but I don't care because it's just a really nice scent that I like to warm in my boys' bedrooms. Let's see if I put this one in here. Yes, I did. This one has lime zest, blue tea, and lavender. I don't know that I really smell any of those specifically, but it's just really well blended. It's and it's very clean. I wouldn't even say it's masculine. It definitely doesn't smell cologne-y to my nose, but it's just a very nice scent that I do stick to spring and summer for this one, but I wouldn't hesitate to warm it in the fall and winter if I was doing it in a bedroom or a bathroom. So that's Marvel 9 Realms, not available anymore. All right, Nightmare Before Christmas, licensed Disney Bar Jack's Obsession. I think I already took this out of my club. If I didn't, I'm going to. I will happily melt this fall and winter, but you know, their apple cinnamon scents, there's so many that just sort of remind me of each other that Scentsy does, and they all kind of just smell the same to me after a while. So like this one reminds me a lot of Homestead Holiday for some reason, and I do have a couple bars of those, but I hadn't smelled Homestead Holiday before, and then when I got it in some maybe bundles, I smell it and I was like, oh, that smells like Jack's Obsession. And then And I'd not heard anybody say that. So I was like, I wonder if that's just me. But then I went ahead and smelled Jack's Obsession with it, and I was like, yeah, that's very similar. Also, it kind of reminds me of, what other one? Dancing Sugar Plums kind of reminds me of this one. So it must be like their apple and cinnamon scents to me kind of come across as just very generic fall. They're not offensive by any means, but they're just not super unique or special. And that's what I look for in scents for my home. So that's Jack's Obsession. Nothing wrong with it. It's just not one that I'm going to take club space up with anymore. Lemon Coconut Chiffon. Talked about this one yesterday. Bright Sweet Lemon. Coconut shavings. Like a meringue, creamy, whipped cream kind of scent. I don't get any kind of crust or bready note with that, but it's a very good scent in the summer in the kitchen. Oh, Hazelnut Latte. This was one that was just part of the Bring Back My Bar. Oh, I went back and forth with this one. But this, as far as deciding whether I wanted it in my club, I definitely didn't want to do the other coffee one. That didn't work for me. But yeah, this one, it's good. I don't know. It's definitely, there's nothing else that Scentsy has like this. And of course, we're still lacking in coffee scents, that I'll just keep it for now, because when I am warming it, I am enjoying the smell. But I feel like this is one that down the road might get the boot. It's got like a lot of creaminess, a lot of hazelnut, and like just a little bit of coffee. So, but it's nice. Not a super long performer, but it's good while it's in there. Excuse me. Caramel Chestnut. My bar is busted. Yeah. Yikes. This was another one that was part of the 5-brick bundle released this past holiday season. I was so excited this came out, and I also really hope this comes back in the fall and winter, because this is like a dupe for me to Williams Sonoma Spice Chestnut, if you're familiar. Also, Mrs. Meyer's Clean Day has one called Acorn Spice, and I just been waiting and waiting for there to come out a wax melt would like that scent. I think you can get candles in those scents, but wax melts were harder to come by. So when Scentsy came out with this, I was so excited, and it definitely delivered. This is one that's more foodie, but you really could warm it in a living room or an open concept. I don't think that it's primarily needs to be in the kitchen. There are some to me that are like, that's just kitchen. But then there are some that are foodie that I feel like you could do in other parts of the house too. Or for me, I should say that, because everybody is different, and some people don't mind melting foodie smells everywhere. So yeah, that's besides the point. Next is Black Forest Pine. Before I get into it, let me show you. This was one I threw into my club at the last minute. I think, if I remember correctly, I started my club last summer when the Bring Back My Bars were available, and I wanted to get some. And that's kind of how I started my club. I didn't want to be without some of them after they retired. So I was like, okay, gonna start a club. I understand club now. This is why I'm doing it. So Black Forest Pine, maybe I'd heard a description of it or something, and I saw that it was in there under promotion. So I just popped it in there so I could try it. And when I got it, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so good. This is my favorite evergreen tree scent that Scentsy does. It has a smokiness to it and a sweetness to it. So I believe there's smokiness in vanilla and pine, and it's perfection. I love that one. Another tree scent, Season of Magic by Disney. This one was a strong like, but not a love. The reason why it's in my club is because I just don't know when it's coming back, and I really enjoyed this in my kids' rooms. It's very playful and childlike, so it's like a Christmas tree scent that's just feels sweet and cute. I don't know how else to describe it, but yeah, I really liked that for that reason. So I kept it in my club. I thought we'll just put that in. We'll put that in next holiday season in the warmers and enjoy it. We'll see if I keep it through next season. If they bring it back, I'll definitely take it on my club for a little while. But for now, it's gonna stay. Blue Christmas, another tree scent. I don't know if they're just putting all my tree scents together or what, but this one is not a new release. It was in the 5-brick collection this past, was it? No, this wasn't the 5-brick. This was Scents of the Season. So this one's been around. before, and I have had it before, but it was way stronger before. So either my nose changed or they tampered this down, because I used to almost not be able to tolerate it before. It would like blow me out of a room. And then when I got it in this collection, I was like, that's not so bad. Put it in my warmer, so I was like, it's nice. It's great. It's a great performer. It's lovely. So I am happy to have this. And I would say to my nose, it kind of reminds me of cinnamon pine cones, but like the opposite, or like the mirror image, like they juxtapose each other. I don't know how else to explain it. This one is more green, blue tree with spice, and the other one, cinnamon pine cones, is more spice with some tree, to my nose. But yeah, Blue Christmas is a great one for the season. Halloween Town, one of my absolute favorites to warm in the fall. And when I smell this, I just get instant Halloween time. Like, it's just, I don't know if it's just because I'm warming it around Halloween time, but I get like fall, but specifically like leading up to Halloween time. You guys, this bar is already so oily, and in the back is like not the little designs, so I don't know. And these are both from the same collection or movie release, so I don't know what's up with that, but it still smells amazing, and I'm still gonna keep it in my club. But that's just an odd thing. Maybe they just haven't been able to get rid of them. But this one, I think I did write down the description for. Excuse me. Let's see here. Where are you? Halloween Town. All right, Halloween Town has cranberry, apple, and spiced cedarwood. Yes, I would agree with that. It's so Halloween-y. I love that. See, I'm already saying I love stuff, and I know I love all of it already. Cotton candy cookie. I'm getting ahead of myself. This was one of those from the Bring Back My Bar last summer that I started a club because of. It definitely has that sugar cookie in it, and I must just really love Scentsy sugar cookie, but it also has cotton candy in it. So this one's kind of a low roller. Like, you put it in, it's light, so it's not gonna like blast you out of the room with its power, but it's very, to me, long lasting. Like, I can smell it. For a bakery scent, it lasts days. So cotton candy cookie, let's see if that one ever comes back. I think it probably will. I think it was pretty popular. Another one from the last Bring Back My Bar, vanilla cream. This one I was so excited to see come back because I'm pretty sure it's the same scent with maybe just a slight difference, like so slight you might not even notice it depending on your nose, as Simply Vanilla. And I missed out on Simply Vanilla in my club, and every time I would watch people's videos and they would talk about Simply Vanilla, I'd be like, oh, I really want Simply Vanilla. And so I was just like hanging on to my last cubes for dear life. And then this came out and I smelled it and I was like, oh my gosh, this smells like Simply Vanilla. And I went and compared my bars and I was like, yeah, I think this is Simply Vanilla. And so there might be slight differences, but not enough to my nose. I'm super excited, and it's a great mixer, good on its own. I hope you have either one of those or both in your clubs, because or stocked up, because it's just a vanilla perfection. Flower Shop. This one is just the Flower Shop. It's not flowers, it's the actual flower shop. Like when you walk into the flower shop and then you open up the refrigerators in the flower shop, or the flower fridges, I don't know what they call them, but that's what this smells like. It's so perfect. It smells just like that. So there's a greenness to this as well. It's just, it does not read floral to my nose. It reads very green, and I love green scents. It's a strong, oh, it's so unique. Flower Shop, a winner. Rum Raisin Cookie. Oh, this one's so good. So good. It's weird to me. I get chocolate, and I've not heard anybody say that yet. I don't get raisin. I don't get rum. I guess I get cookie. I do. It's like a bakery cooking, you know, there's something. could be like bread or cookie or muffin. I don't really know. I can't discern which bakery item it is, but it's like spicy and warm and cozy. And I get chocolate, like milk chocolate, not dark chocolate. But there's like a chocolatiness to this smell on warm and on cold. So I don't know. I like it. It's like spicy chocolate. Almost reminds me of like a Mexican hot chocolate. I don't know if you've ever had that, but rum raisin cookie, definitely not one that I would be putting in my warmers at this point in the year, but definitely when fall hits, that'll be going in. Now this is one I will be putting in my warmers come like right now. Cucumber lime. This was part of the last Bring Back My Bar as well. This is old. This gives me very, very beginning of like my scentsy days in 2010, 2000. I swear this was in there in the catalog, because that's where it just takes me right back. And I did have bars. I warmed bars of this and loved it. This is also, like, to me, a very primitive scent. It's just simple. It's simplistic. It's cucumber and lime, and it's strong, and it's really, really good. Oh yeah, so cucumber lime, I will be definitely putting this in my warmers in the kitchen this spring and summer. It's kind of one for me that I would compare to coconut lemongrass, not in scent profile, but like their purpose. So if I want to like clear out the kitchen of any bad odors, or just like refresh the room, I just want it to smell clean in my house, cucumber lime would be one that I would reach for, along with coconut lemongrass. Okay, another Harry Potter bar. Wait, did I go through Harry Potter? No, this is the first Harry Potter. Slytherin. One of my kiddos is a Slytherin. You know, my kids love Harry Potter, so I had to pick up some of these bars. I got the little suitcase collection when it first came out. I did not like the other houses, the Hufflepuff or the, oh, what's that one called? Anyway, the bar of that house smelled like very like smoked meat to me. I know it sounds gross, but that's what I smelled. But the Ravenclaw and the Slytherin were ones that I really liked the scent profile on. This one is tree with berries, is what I get. Like an evergreen tree or like a pine tree with berries, some kind of berry. I don't know if it's cranberry or currant, or I don't know what kind of berry it is, but it's really yummy. This one's really, really good. And I think that's one I would actually, that's a tree scent I would warm all year long. It's got a brightness to it. It's not, doesn't smell wintry to me or Christmassy to me. Excuse me. We're all mad here. This was a really fun bar. Do I have this one written down? Or I didn't write anything down, but I've got these down on the iPad. Let's see. Did I look this one up? I have Ravenclaw, so I know that one's coming up. No, I didn't, but I don't know. This one's like berries and brightness and sweetness. I really like it, and I think it's a really good performer. I did do a bar of this last summer, and so that's why I stuck it in my club. I think it was also super popular. Oh, here's apple cinnamon sticks. Oh, R.I.P. I don't love it anymore. Something happened. Something happened and I don't love it anymore. I gravitate towards cranberry and pumpkin more than I do apple for the fall. So yeah, if I like an apple scent, it's got to be real special for me to probably really appreciate an apple scent, or really unique or something. And I think I did think this one was that at first, but then something changed and I didn't like it anymore. So I don't hate it. I will warm it again, but it's already out of my club. So that one will be my last bar of that. Oh, another vanilla cream. I got 2 of those because that is one that is good for mixing. So when I find one that's good for mixing, or one that I would like load up my warmers with, something like coconut lemongrass situation in the kitchen, I think I got 2 of those of each. Otherwise I just get 1 of each in a quarterly, because you'll see, because I just have so many. Oh, I'm gonna wait till later for these, because these are the Epcot bars, so we're gonna hold on to those. Oh, here's the other Harry Potter. I knew I had 2. Wit and Wisdom. I think one of my kiddos is also Ravenclaw. Maybe more than one of them is. I don't know what their houses are. I should know this. I'm probably a Hufflepuff, but I don't like that smell. This one is very sophisticated. I did look up the description on this one. So Ravenclaw has suede, sandalwood, and vanilla. Yes, I would agree with that description, but it's got a pepperiness to it, and also the suede that they're saying it's almost reads leathery to my nose, like the weathered leather kind of scent, but it's not that strong. It does just kind of makes me feel like I'm in a library, and there's really big leather furniture in there, and it's just a really nice scent for, I would do it in the living room. I think I've primarily done this one in the boys' rooms, but I would warm this one in the living room, and I think it's an all year round scent. I don't think it's one that really has a season for me. Oh, another cucumber line. So yeah, I got 2 of these because I'm really planning on loading up the warmers for a clearing out the kitchen kind of scent with those ones. Very Perry Pumpkin. Oh, this one. I don't know if y'all would have taken me for a very Perry Pumpkin person, but I love very Perry Pumpkin. Obviously, it's in my club, and I will never take it out because it'll never come back, I don't think. I know Lisa Roberry likes it, and I know there's some other people I'm sure that do like it, but I love this one. And this is an old Scentsy bar too. Like, it's been around for a while, and it's so primitive. I know I say that word a ton, but that kind of describes scents for me that are primitive, are just like simple. What you see is what you get. The description fits it perfectly, or it's complex, and I almost can't discern notes in it, but it's unique and complex. And I really tend to gravitate towards like one of those 2 realms. I'll either like something because it's just simplistic, pure, just what it is, what you see is what you get, or it's just so well blended and so complex and unique smelling that I just fall in love with it. So Very Perry Pumpkin is just that. It's pear and pumpkin. It's like the pumpkin puree, it's not baked, it's just raw. And then your pear is like that green, is it the Bosque or Anjou? But it's like a green, bright, fresh, crispy pear. And that's all I get with it. And it warms beautifully. I don't know. I don't know. Our noses are all different. I love Very Perry Pumpkin. All right, Cozy Vanilla and Pumpkin was a new release this past fall, and this is another one that I get chocolate in. I don't know why. It's definitely got vanilla. It's definitely got the pumpkin. It's definitely got some cozy spices to it, but I get like this little hit of milk chocolate in there. So I don't know. Maybe it's just my nose and the way things are blended. That's what my nose reads, but I really enjoyed that one, and I'm definitely looking forward to melting that in the fall. Hopefully they'll bring that one out in the catalog. That would be very cool. Cranberry Muffin. This is another old school Scentsy nostalgic scent to me. It's from forever ago, and it smells the same to my nose as it did before. I love this one primarily because it's not super heavy on the muffin. I know some people wanted more muffin, more of the bakery heaviness to it, but I prefer lighter bakery scents. Maybe aside from rum raisin cookies, kind of heavy, but it just depends on what it is. But I think for me, Cranberry Muffin was perfect because it's just cranberry and a little bit of muffin battery smell, but you really get the cranberry most of all, and it's just nostalgic to me as well. So had to have Cranberry Muffin in the club. All right, Spiced Berries. This is one that was so nice in the warmers. It's got like frankincense and myrrh and berries and spice. It's very old-fashioned smelling to me, and unique and old-fashioned Christmassy smell to me. I will definitely be warming this next Christmas season and during the holidays until like New Year's and beginning of January. That'll be the time that I will melt Spiced Berries. Hocus Pocus. Ooh, this one's so good. It's a dupe for Tom Ford's Lost Cherry, which I've never smelled, but if I did smell it, I believe that it would smell like this. I put this in the warmers when it first came out, and it was beautiful. It's interesting because it has cherry note in it, and I wouldn't normally think to melt cherry in a bathroom, but I was putting this in bedrooms and bathrooms and it was doing great in all those rooms. So this is a great one that I think I'll still probably wait till September or so to warm that again, but it's awesome. Oh, see, cranberry muffin. I got 2 in the club. Bakery ones, sometimes you need more. Like, they don't last super long. I don't know if cranberry muffin was a super long lasting one when I did warm my bar of it. And typically bakery ones, I think out of the whole spectrum of scents, you're gonna get your shortest performance from a bakery scent. So if I really like a bakery scent, I'm probably gonna get 2 of those in the club so that I can enjoy them, because I'm only gonna get 3 quarterly clubs a year sent to me, not 4, because I'm gonna do a skip every 12 months. So that's only 3 bars if you're doing a single. And I guess if you're doubling up on bars, that's 6 bars a year, but a 6 bars is about the size of a brick. You know, I don't know. It's just sort of something that I'm going to try out for a little while, with having a few that have 2, and then I'll see if I'm going through them fast enough, and if I'm not, I'll drop it down to 1, and it'll make me feel better that at least I have the 1. So Cozy Fireside, I know Liz from Elizabeth Scenes and Scents loves this one. I love it too. This is also a very old school OG scentsy scent, and it's just spiced fireside perfection. That's all I can say about Cozy Fireside. It's wonderful. Cedar cider, we talked about this yesterday. It's cedar and some kind of apple cider. It's so good. All right, let's hope that comes back. All right, oh, today I'm warming Wally, one of my boys' rooms, today for the March melting challenge that Patricia Gates is doing for Kentucky Waxy Girl, was melt a scent you fell in love with. Well, obviously this entire club are scents that I fell in love with, but today I decided to go for Wally because I did fall in love with it. I'd never smelled it before last summer. Might have gotten a bar in a club or an order, and it just reminded me of Gap's grass perfume. I don't know if you're familiar with that, but the Gap, the clothing store, used to have perfumes. They might still have perfumes, but back in the 90s, they had like a line of perfumes. I think one was called Earth, maybe one was called Grass. They had one, maybe it was called Air. I'm not really sure, but they were like elemental scents, and they had a grass one that I used to wear, and this smells identical to it. So I'm so happy to have Wally, and I'm melting that today. Sticky cinnamon bun. Ended up really liking this one. This is, again, a bakery scent that doesn't have like a lot of crust or bread or anything to my nose. It's just very sweet cinnamon. Yeah, I really liked this one. It's just kind of sweet and sticky and cinnamony. There's not a lot of bun, if any, in this one, but I'm okay with that. I enjoyed that one a lot in my kitchen, so stuck that in there for more fall kitchen melting. Cranberry orange cider was one from the, oh, I don't think it was the fall. I think it was the holiday trio. Oh, I ended up loving this one. On cold, I didn't like it. And I was like, well, I had gotten the trio, so I was like, well, you should just warm it because you never know. Things are different from cold to warm. But I put it in the warmers in my kitchen, and I was like, yes, this is what I wanted it to be. It's just cranberry orange cider. It's exactly what it sounds like to me, and it was delightful. So I'm going to happily warm that again in the fall. Silver Bells, we talked about this one yesterday, keeping it in the club because I just don't know if I can trust that since he will bring this back. It's been around for a long time. Peppermint sticks, caramel, pear. It's so good. Oh, it's so good. My pile is so big over here. All right. Ooh, Buckleberry. This was one from the Bring Back My Bar last summer. Primitive is another, there's another one I'm going to give the word description primitive to because it's just a very deep berry, like heavy berries. It says in the description that there's some kind of a bakery note in this. There isn't at all to my nose, and I don't really get spice either, but I just get a very like a deep berry scent that is actually perfect for summer, I think. And I think I melted this even into the fall and really liked it. So happy to have Buckleberry. That's a real good, strong performer. Satin Sheets did not return, and I'm real sad about that. I love this scent because it reminds me of a perfume that I used to wear called Christian Dior Dolce Vita. I don't know if anybody's familiar with that, but it is a dead ringer dupe for it, so highly recommend for bedrooms and bathrooms. Snow White Kind Heart. I think it was Melissa. I think I actually put this one down in my descriptions. Let's see. Let's actually go back to Satin Sheets because I wanted to see what that one had in it. This one has sandalwood and vanilla is all it says. And I get a lot more than sandalwood and vanilla in this. This one is another one that has a lot of different notes and is very well blended. So I don't know. And again, it smells just like Dolce Vita from Christian Dior. I'm pretty sure they reformulated that perfume, but I still have like a little bottle of it, and we'll compare the scents, and they are the same to my nose. So let's see. Snow White Kind Heart has sorry, I'm having a hard time finding the description on this one now. Anyway, I think it was Melissa Johnson-Haight that said this smelled like a raspberry hot chocolate powder packet to her nose. Just so funny because I've never smelled the raspberry hot chocolate packet powder. Maybe she said it was Land O'Lakes or something like that, and I've never smelled that, but I could totally get what she's saying when I smelled it. I was like, yeah, if I were to have smelled that, it's what it would smell like. Oh, here we go. It says Lily of the Valley, vanilla and apple, and sandalwood. I don't get any really of those notes. It's just a really pretty floral scent that I quite enjoyed in my bathroom. So I'm gonna keep that in my club for now. We're getting to the bottom, I promise. Fluffy Fleece, we talked about this yesterday. Yeah, it's not as good in the bar for sure, but in the laundry it's amazing, and I do like it in the bar. So really cute packaging on that, the cute label. I really like the little sweaters and things on that one. I do have the description for this one. Let's see, we've got Fluffy Fleece has heliotrope, musk, and black currant. Yeah, I love all of those things. I love black currant incense. I love heliotrope incense, which is a flower, and musk as well. I don't know that I could say I get much that I could detect any of those notes specifically, except for maybe the muskiness, but it's apparently just a really well blended scent because it's not sticking out to me as anything specific with the notes, but the overall scent vibe of it is very lovely. Arctic Kiss, I think we talked about this one yesterday. I will be warming this all spring and summer. It's just melons and fluffy clouds, I think, or maybe it's not fluffy clouds, but it's like melons and fluffiness and sweetness, and so good and an excellent performer. Dancing Sugar Plums we talked about yesterday. I'm gonna be warming this in my dance studio. Yeah, that's a sweet little scent. Definitely happy to have that and hope they will bring it back, but you never know. Pumpkin Roll. Oh, I hemmed and hawed over keeping this in my club. This is my first ever pumpkin love from Scentsy. Like when I first started, and I was getting like my different seasons down and what I would get. They had Pumpkin Roll. I don't think they had a ton of other pumpkin scents. This might have been like their first one, but it reminded me a lot of the Yankee candle called Spiced Pumpkin, I think it is, which I love both equally. So it's very nostalgic to me. Unfortunately, this bar has been decreasing in performance for me. The performance has been going down. I don't know why. I don't know if it's my nose. I don't know if they did something to it. So I'm kind of just like, okay, I'll keep it in my club. We'll see if it comes back. But if it doesn't come back, I may just warm the bars that I have and then be done. And yeah, and if it does come back, I'll definitely take it out of my club and just give it some more time, I guess. But pumpkin roll, first day of fall. This was a brand new love for me this past fall. I'd never tried it. And I thought, oh, that's kind of fun, like melted on the first day of fall kind of thing. So I did. And oh boy, was I excited about this one. I was like, oh yeah, I'm not just gonna melt this on the first day of fall. I'm gonna melt this in the first month of fall, second month of fall, all fall. Oh, it's so good, you guys. Oh, I love it. It's so good. I know I love all of these, but it's pumpkin, woods, nutmeg, cinnamon. I think it's the nutmeg that makes this so special to me, because you get a lot of pumpkin and woods and cinnamon and a lot of scents that Scentsy comes out with, but I've never seen nutmeg in a scent that I'm aware of, unless Rum Raisin Cookie has nutmeg in it. Maybe it does. But this just, fall in a bar. That's what this is to me. I'm so excited to warm this. I'm already excited for fall again. I know. I just gotta enjoy every season. I love spring too. Driftwood and jasmine. Okay. This one I also put down the notes for. I fell in love with these guys. These were so good. They were released at a really weird time though, so I don't feel like they got a fair shake. And I know there's one that came back in the catalog, Star Apple and Freesia, but that's like the one I didn't really like. I mean, I liked it, but I didn't love it. So I just was like, whatever, but I'm clubbing these ones. And then that was the only one that came back. So I was like, yeah, I'm so glad I clubbed these. Driftwood and jasmine. It has driftwood, jasmine, and vanilla. It says Tahitian vanilla. This is such a good performer, and it makes your bedroom smell beautiful in the summer. Oh, it's such a good one. Apple press. Okay, it's gonna be War of the Apples this year for me, because I'm just, like I said before, I don't gravitate towards apple, but I don't dislike it. It just kind of has its place for me. Like I will warm apple or mix with apple, but there's just, it's not, I don't do it for long. And so I probably need apple bars the least in my life. So this will probably be getting the axe soon. I'm gonna try a peeling apple in the tester. And if I like it a lot in the tester, I might grab a bar of it this season and melt it. And before this next club ships, figure out what apple I'm gonna go with, because I don't really like Johnny Appleseed. I really like apple press, but the tester of a peeling apple smells really good too, and I just don't need a ton of apples, so I'm gonna have to figure that one out. But apple press was really a really good apple, and I'm glad that one came back. We're down to the last few: Tiare, and coconut. Let's see if I put this one down. I think I did. I did. Okay, Tiare and coconut is Tiare flower, coconut, and it says sparkling citrus. Yeah, I don't get any citrus. Holy oily. Wow, can you see that? This is like dripping. It's like they squirted suntan oil on it or something. I don't get any citrus. This is, I definitely get like a white tropical flower and coconut. It's very reminiscent of Lush Gardenia to me, and I love Lush Gardenia. It's in my other club. So yeah, I enjoyed that one quite a bit and put it in my club. That's so oily though. Wow. Interesting. Winterberry apple tea. We just talked about this one yesterday too. Love it. Apples, honey, spice. See that? It's funny. Like this is an apple I really love. It's not just a like, it's a love. So there you go. There you have it. Sometimes you love a certain note in one bar, and in other bars that same, you know, apple or a fruit or something, you're like, it doesn't do it for you. Clove and cinnamon. So yep, this is a very old school OG Scentsy scent. It's been around for a long time. Very primitive because it's just clove and cinnamon. Heavier on the clove for sure. Reminds me of is it Beech's gum? Is that the brand? B-E-E-C-H. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but they have like those old-fashioned, old-timey gums, chewing gums at the like Cracker Barrel and other candy shops. And they have one that's clove. I love that one. And this is, it's got the clove in it. And I love clove scents, so clove and cinnamon is gonna be like my choice for cinnamon scents, if anything. Maple rum cake, I don't know if I'm gonna keep this or not. I haven't really warmed a ton of it, but I really did like it on warm. On cold, it was just like, okay, you know, it smells nice, it's sweet, but on warm, it really was like, ooh, this is lovely. So I kept it in the club for now. Several of these scents that were released this past fall and winter in different collections, I'm kind of hoping we see come back in the fall winter catalog. So, all right, here's the last one, but definitely not least. Ooh, that was perfect. For me, at least, is Quiver, because I love Quiver. It's so good to me. It's so pretty. Oh, it's so pretty. I know there's some of you out there that are just like, bleh. I don't care. It does not smell old lady to me at all. It's just beautiful. This is an old scent too. I mean, Scentsy used to have this in like laundry. They used to have it in the little antibacterial hand foam pump. They had it in everything. They had it in body. Oh, it's so pretty. Love it. It reminds me of something, of a perfume or a cologne, and I don't know what it is, like back in maybe the early 2000s, but I don't know what it is. But it says it has vanilla flower, sandalwood, and tuberose. Tuberose is not a rose, it's a white flower, a white floral. But anyway, I love Quiver, clearly, and it is one that I don't go through a lot because it's kind of it's like a specific mood I have to be in to want to warm it, and I probably wouldn't warm it in my living room either. It's more of a bedroom specific scent for me, maybe bathroom, but Quiver is definitely not leaving my club, even though I may end up with more bars of them than I can handle, because I don't think it'll ever come back. I don't think people really liked it. That's it for my club. This is probably a super long video and I apologize. This is the Epcot collection. That's what I'm going to go through next. I'm so excited for these. We'll go through in order of what I think I'm going to like the least to the one I'm going to like the most. So I think I'm going to like Heirloom Rose the least. I think I'm going to like Mint Fields second, and I think I'm going to like Soft Plumeria most, but we're going to try it. So Heirloom Rose. This is, oh, yeah, that's nice. What does this remind me of? It's some kind of a rose from some other brand of body care. Oh, what is it? Is it Crabtree and Evelyn that have a rose like this? I don't know. It's nice. It is not super strong or headache inducing rose to me. It's like, it's definitely perfumey rose though. It's not like Flower Shop where you're just like smelling the rose petal. I don't think it's that fresh or pure, but it's nice. Like, it's a rose I could get behind. So yay, I'm excited for that rose. Mint Fields is next. I believe this is just mint, like spearmint, maybe some peppermint and some greens. Ooh, yeah, that is really spearminty. Oh yeah, that is fun. Yeah, I have a little like planter of spearmint out on my back patio, and that's exactly what this smells like. That's gonna be a fun one to warm. We'll have to see what that comes across as. Did I show you what it looks like? I think I did. We'll have to see what that comes across on warm as. And then Soft Plumeria. This is the one I think I'm gonna like the most because I do like florals. Oh yes. Oh, this reminds me of something too. Oh, that is so pretty. Oh, the Bath and Body Works or something, like, but like a long time ago, and they don't have it anymore. So it's like something that's been retired and not brought back that smells like this. Oh, that's so pretty. Yes, that is like Plumeria. If you ever smelled the Plumeria from Bath and Body Works back in the day, that is very similar to that. Lovely. All right, so that is all the bars in my big club, and now we're gonna go ahead and open up this Scentsy Club box. I did watch spoilers, so I already know what's in here, and I'm very excited about it all. They've given us a smaller pamphlet, which I like, because who needs the big one with all of the things on it? I never did anything with those. So the first one is the all-purpose cleaner and make a splash. It has little mermen on it. Merman. Maybe there's one mermaid. Nope, all mermen. Mermen. I've not used the all-purpose cleaner concentrate yet, but I'm excited to try it. I know you can put like the equivalent of 6 bottles worth in when you dilute it with water. And I know you can also use it like on your floors and things like that, like in a bucket of soapy water. So I'll be trying it in those ways and seeing how I like it. Daydream Oasis Counter Clean. I'm excited to try this one as well. I do like their counter clean. I don't really use it much on the counters though. I use it on like everything else. It just kind of makes my counter a little streaky. But anyway, bathroom cleaner. I love their bathroom cleaner, and this is in Coastal Sunset, which I do like that scent. It's not a love, but maybe in the bathroom cleaner it won't be so bad. And so that's a nice, definitely a nice product to be able to use. And then we've got a sponge, expanding sponge. That's fun. We'll see how that works. And then Mandarin Zest from the Easter collection. I think this is the Easter collection. Is that right? Yeah. I love this one. I really love this one. It's not a great performer, like not very light. It's very light. It's just very light, and I don't think it's sad to me when scents are super light, because if I really like something, I really want to be able to smell it. I don't need it to be a like powerhouse, but I need to be able to smell it. So I think this one's, I have it in my club right now. It didn't come with this shipment. I took it out because it was still available, but now it's back in. I don't know about this one. I do love this. I love the scent of it. I just don't know if it'll be one that I'll keep in my club. So, and then they gave us also a catalog, which is super nice. And that is everything. I'm sorry for the length of this video. I felt like I sat here for a really long time, but I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll be back again with some more empties for the ones that I've been saving for the past almost year. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a great day. We'll see you next time. Bye.